All right, all right. Welcome back to Married in Minecraft. And I am standing in the same spot we were yesterday when we logged off because I have not been back here on Divergence. Yesterday we did get on, but we went and did the Minecraft movie live event. We've got a big announcement today. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now, though, because I got to figure out what my next move is here. Hey, welcome, folks. This is the lunchtime treadmill stream for Married in Minecraft, and it is about 12:07 right now on the East Coast. I've already set the treadmill. It's already going. We're doing a 2.7 mile an hour pace, so I'm planning on being out of breath here shortly. Controversy right off the bat with Amanchu. Amanchu says hello and going to see Snow White this weekend. Okay. See some folks over there that are lurking. Appreciate those lurks. Looks like Inokis is over there. So let's get going. Oh, Hirno is on. It just popped out. I just jumped over from my day job and we logged in. I logged off here where the screaming goats are and where our rabbits are, and was thinking about all the animals that we got while we're over here. None of the ones we planned on getting, but we have animals nonetheless. We got the little fox over here, the rabbits and the goats, and so we have a few other animals back at Charlottetown already, and we have this idea, which, see if you guys can guess what the idea is. We're gonna do something, I won't say different because we've probably done it before. Hey, Bad Rabbit and Holy Mist, are you guys, Holy Mist, I think you're streaming. Not sure if
Bad Rabbit's not on right now.
Bad Rabbit's not on,
Not
got
a phone
it.
call.
Got it. I'll make sure I pull your video in and I'll check and see if are you still in Charlottetown?
Yeah, I just got back to Charlottetown, yep.
Okay, I don't know if Bad Rabbit's video is on. Yeah, see, that doesn't look live. She looks like she's standing where I'm standing, which couldn't be because, yeah, so she's not live, yeah. So I think she logged off. Did she leave the world?
I think so, yeah.
Well, no, it says she's on, but she must not be live. That's probably what it is. All right,
yeah.
So we have these aminals, and the idea would be to get them back, but before we do that, I don't have a place to put them. So that's what I was gonna do. I was like, what was I gonna do? I know I had a plan last night. I was sitting there as I was supposed to be going to bed with my email thing up, because that's how I take notes on my phone, is I open up an email message. And where am I? Oh, okay, oh, that's not the right button. That's the button there. We need to get some signs in here because this is, you come out, you're like disoriented, or at least I am. So yeah, I was supposed to be going to bed last night and started thinking about what we had done today on the stream and the other day on the stream, and got this brilliant idea. And just like right now, I'm like, I could bring the goats back, and I could bring the rabbits, and I could bring the fox back. But what I really need to do is prepare a place for them before they get there. And we're going to try to go back to Charlottetown and see if we can find a spot, and then maybe I will make the announcement. The announcement is related to animals and related to finding a spot for the animals. So I'm going to leave it to you guys in chat. Tell me what you think the announcement is going to be before we get to it, and we'll see who guessed right. All right, are we there yet? Man, I'm already down 3 chicken legs. I think that's the portal right there. So this one shouldn't be too bad. But unfortunately, for this idea related to the announcement, some of these 1 block wide tunnels just won't do. There's another hint. Let me see. Oh, what was that noise? Okay. That is a good one. A meat packing plant. That's interesting. Oops, come on, let me out. Tyler says, what were the hints again? Okay, the hints were it's related to animals, and it's related to the fact that I need to come back and prepare a place for the animals that we found yesterday. And I also had the hint that based on, oh look, there's some chickens there that don't, yeah, they're tied up. Also related to the fact that I like 1 block wide tunnels because you don't have big things spawning in them. But for this, sometimes a 1 block wide tunnel in the nether may not work. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And where's my Charlottetown map? Here we go. Let's take a look at the Charlottetown map. That's me. I'm the white dot. I am facing west right now. And from the island, or from the landmass that we're on right now, there's a lot of water to the south and the west, and a little bit to the northwest. If I face north, which is that way, I've got some, I think, jungle and a little bit of birch forest. And then we've got sand if I face east. And you can see the moon rising over there, so we know that's east. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put part of this in that area there. But this is going to end up being a rather large endeavor, a really large endeavor. So got to make sure I have enough space. Okay, now what we're going to do is it's going to be time to make the announcement. I was going to try to say, hey, Ella, are you going to hang around for a bit? Are you still here in Charlottetown?
Yep.
Okay. Then you can be in on the announcement when we make it, and I'll try to wait until Bad Rabbit gets back on, because she is not on right now. Let's see, I'm going to make... that ought to be good enough. Do I have sticks on me? I thought I had sticks on me. We got 1 vote in the chat room there from Tyler. Let's see if Amanchu. So Amanchu, the meat packing plant, I love that idea. I tried to do that on one of the other realms, and the attempt was actually to try to make a 1 block cow farm. That's what it was. We were going to call it a slaughterhouse. Bad Rabbit is moving. Are you back on Discord yet? I don't hear her on Discord, but I just saw her character move by. So she must be talking on the phone. Let's see, sign. There we go.
She was.
Boom, I'll drop this wood here. Oh, we got snow, that's right. Where am I gonna put the snow and the ice? Since I don't know, for right now, I'm gonna put them in the box here. And then that'll keep all the food in here cool. And, you know, that'll make it into an ice box. Get it? Ice in the box. It's now, okay, never mind. Let's put the wood up here. We'll drop some of these sticks off. Here goes pale oak saplings that I got. Also, what else did I get? Okay, more pale oak saplings. Let's see. More of these. Face balm. Hanging vines. I don't know. I'm going to put them. Why not just do this and get everything out of there? And then I can put it back in if I want to put it back in like that. And that. These can. That goes here. I'll just put that there. Oh, Tyler likes my terrible puns. Thank you, Tyler. Much appreciated. All right, these were my don't drown in the snow boots. So maybe I should keep these. I'll just drop them in here for now. I need to put them in later. Let's see. And hopefully Tyler sees your hi, Cat, because Cat's talking over there on YouTube, and Tyler's on Twitch. So hopefully those messages are getting passed back by Restream.
Hello.
Oh, there you are. Cool. I saw you running around over there, and I was like, okay, I saw her run by. She must be on the phone still. So I was just telling everybody that I have a big announcement to make. but I wanted to make sure anybody who was on can be a part of the announcement. So if you guys would join me over on the eastern side of the town. Who else is on? Oh, it's just the three of us that are on. I have a big announcement to make. Okay, last few seconds to make your guesses in the chat room. Tyler's put his guess in. Anybody else that wants to? By the way, the east side of town is over here where the sun's coming up. It's the desert side, I guess. It's the way to say that. So does anybody else?
What color are you building?
What color am I building?
No, what color is the
Oh,
building?
what color of the building? Blue, the light blue side. Good idea, light blue. Look at this, I got a brown egg.
I'm down in the...
Oh, gotcha. All right, so I have a brown egg. I want to look at this again. Let me throw this out here. Boom. So here's there we go, brown egg from the brown chickens. Woohoo! Yay. So Amanchu says a lab that does animal testing, and Tyler says like a wildlife sanctuary, but for mobs. That's a good guess. Amanchu's got a really good guess. A lab that does animal testing. Amanchu, looks like you're coming in from Discord. Is that right? Are you coming in off of Discord? That's cool. I didn't realize you could interact with the stream from our Discord. That's pretty cool. Let's see. This is... Oh, no rush, no rush. This is probably a good site. I'm going to take that down. And Bad Rabbit, is your video on?
Yeah.
It is? Okay, so I think I have a scene where Bad Rabbit is with Holy Mist. Let's pull that one up. Although I need to get your... Before we pull that one up, let's go to this one so I can get your video on. Let's do this. Hello. And then this. Okay, and then I'm going to put Bad Rabbit on top with Holy Mist down in the bottom right. And boom. So you guys are up on top. And what I need is for you guys to face the town and stand together so nobody sees what I'm typing. I'm going to be behind you. You guys stand together and I'm going to be behind you. And then we're going to type in.
All right. Are we next to each other? Yeah.
Boink, boink, boink.
Boink, boink, boink. That's funny. You
There
know,
we
it
go.
looked like a little firefly or a little beetle. You know, your wings are opening up.
All right, if you guys want to join me over here by the sign, I'm going to put myself back on the big screen. Let me see, where's the thing to go back to the big screen? Here we go. All right, so come on over here, stand next to me and face the camera. There we go. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. This is a momentous occasion, and we are glad that you could join us for this. We are the executives of the Charlottetown Mining Corporation, and you know it's our job to help out here in the Mandalia province. We have that as part of our corporate ethos and part of our mission statement to always try to make things better for those who live in the area that we're going into. And so as a part of this, we'd like to give back to the community by setting up the Charlottetown Safari Refuge. Now this is going to be done in conjunction with the public announcement system, the Divergence Department of Education, and other businesses who are in the Divergence province. So we're going to open this up to other folks here, and if they are interested in helping, the only caveat that we have is if you plan to donate some animals or to provide an exhibit for the Charlottetown Safari Refuge, that you do it either on stream or in a recording. So it doesn't just show up and people think that I created that shice. So we would like to see you and getting the animals. And what we're going to do is we're going to build a big refuge here. We're going to have a monorail that goes through the park. And you know, a place you could come in and get on, you know, pay your admission price and find out which sections you want to go to. Get on the monorail ride through the park. You can see all the animals. We'll probably have an aquarium as a part of this. And yeah, we're hoping it's going to be a great educational opportunity for all of the villagers in the Divergence province. The teachers can get with us and get a copy of how this interacts with their lesson plans for the standardized testing, and folks will come out. It's going to be great. So want to thank everybody for being here. Now the work begins. So let's get working. First thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to figure out how we're going to incorporate. We have desert here. This is east of the town. And so we're going to have to figure out how to incorporate the desert and this other part over here, this plains part. Do you get it? We should leaf floating trees everywhere. Leaf them. Leaf them. I got it. All right.
So you have plains biome, but then you have jungle biome. So
yes.
you got desert, plains, jungle.
Well, and some of the exhibits, we're going to have to make them look like, you know, like if we've got an armadillo exhibit or animals from the adobe biomes, we're going to have to go and get some adobe and bring it over and put it down and make it look like the natural habitat of the animal. And, but this is going to be good. We'll have, what I'm trying to figure out is how far out we should go, because I tend to underestimate when I build. I mean, some guys build on Minecraft and they have like a room that's like 10 blocks tall. The ceiling's the 11th block, and the door is like 5 blocks tall, and they have this big, huge building. And I'm like, that's just kind of not to scale to me, being 2 blocks tall. So I tend to end up building things too small. So I don't want to be too small. The good thing about east of here is that basically we've got all the way to the river to expand, and we don't have to have a completed project immediately. You know, this could go on all season working on this. And you know, I got the idea when thinking about the polar bear, and I was like, oh, it'd be great if we could get that polar bear back. Yes, this is a lot of space all the way to that river there, so lots of space. A bunch of spiders for a spider, so we can have a spider house, and we can even, I don't know, we can even have, I guess, poisonous spiders if we can figure out how the heck to get a poisonous spider up out of the cave and into the spider house. Getting a regular spider isn't going to be too hard, but getting a poisonous spider, that's going to be a challenge. And there's going to be several challenges with this idea. For instance, what we just talked about, how do we get a polar bear from wherever the polar bear is all the way to here? And, you know, we're going to have to name the polar bear, obviously, so he doesn't wander off and disappear. But trying to figure out how to get him here, that's going to be a challenge, and that's going to be hopefully an exciting episode. It might have to be one that we do in the evening and not during a lunchtime stream, because it might take like an hour and a half to do that. So with that said, first thing we want to do is I'm going to build a temporary holding area for the animals that we're getting, that we got the other day, that are out there at I don't know what to call that place. I'll just call it the Pale Forest, because that's
I think you should have a couple different buildings. One like the Arctic house where all the cold.
Yes, I like that.
Aquarium for the
Penguins. The penguin house. You know how they always have that at zoos?
Yeah, I mean, that's where the polar bear would
Yes,
go,
they
in
do.
the penguin house. Problem is, we don't have any penguins. We also don't have any lions, any tigers, any elephants. Oh my, that's okay. We'll just have you know, Minecraft animals, which will include cows and pickens and chigs, or chickens and pigs, whichever you like. Let's see. For right now, we're gonna have to replicate the facilities that we have over at that other area here, which means we're going to have a pen for the rabbits. And, you know, so like, here's a thought. On the rabbit house, I could have just kneeled and done that. Do we do one rabbit house and have all the different colors and kinds of rabbits in that one house? Or do we have the snowy rabbits in the Arctic exhibit and the regular rabbits in the regular exhibit? I kind of like.
I think so.
Yeah, I was gonna say I kind of like having them in their right biome environment.
How are you going to keep ice in the desert?
We're gonna put it inside of a refrigerator, like you just said. It's gonna be the Arctic house, and it'll be refrigerated. And what I'm trying to think of is we may have to contact Amanchu Industries for some assistance with the monorail, because I was thinking about this. Rail carts really kind of move too fast. I know somebody's gonna say, what? Rail carts fast? Who would ever say rail carts are too fast? But from the perspective of a monorail that's, you know, you're trying to look at exhibits and stuff, we kind of want it to move slow. But if it's going to move under its own power, it's got to move by redstone. So maybe the answer is not trying to have a slow monorail. Maybe the answer is having a monorail that goes to a certain spot and stops, and it, you know, gives the guy a chance to get out, and it kind of sits there for a while and then takes off again, whether you're in it or not. And then we could just have carts that come by, you know, at the same time. But the other thing was, if we're having something like the Arctic house, could you have it so the monorail went through the Arctic house? And you don't have to get out if you don't want to. You can go on to the next stop. And I think we can do that with glass. We just have a little glass tunnel through the Arctic house, and the monorail goes through that. These are the kinds of things I was thinking, instead of going to sleep when I was supposed to last night. So kind of a big project, but that's okay. It's good to have an ongoing project in Minecraft. A lot of times, folks.
It would keep people from touching your animals too.
Yes, and you won't have any geniuses trying to like feed the Ravager, and you know, leaning over the rail. Blue ice. Tyler says get blue ice. And he said a Ravager exhibit is a great idea too. Yep, we will have a Ravager exhibit. I think we'll be able to do that pretty easy, because this is going to be right outside of Charlottetown. All we're going to do is figure out how to trap him. And I think the easiest way, from my perspective, in trapping a Ravager is to get him out into the water, because he moves slow in the water. And then we can name tag him in the water, and then we just need to lead him into a trap. And once we lead him into the trap, then we got him. We're also going to try to have a phantom, or we're going to have a flighted bird or flying things exhibit. And, you know, we'll have the phantom in there. Still haven't thought about, you know, like parrots. I guess parrots will be in the jungle biome exhibit. But they're a flying bird, and a lot of times what we would do in the past on Mandalia, when we built the museum, we had a flying things building. We had a aviary, and we had all the flying things in there. But I think, you know, I'd like to have maybe the phantoms and the I want to call them pixies. What your favorite thing, Charlotte? The little blue things.
Alley.
The allays. Yeah, the phantoms and the allays could probably be in the same exhibit, because they're not biome specific. But I think the parrots probably need to be in a biome specific. And with the parrots, the challenge there would be, how many different color parrots can we get? So we could have a apiary just for the parrots over in the jungle area. And of course the challenge here is going to be, how big are these biome areas going to be? Some biomes don't have a lot of wildlife in them.
Or what if you do domes? Like,
for the birds?
domes. Yeah, like that, you know.
Yeah, I think for the apiaries we need to, because you can't have a little, you know, 4-block tall building for the bees and the birds, because it's not enough for them to go flying. So just like when
I think
flowers in there too. Like you can have like a botanical gardens with.
Oh yeah, where the bees go. Yeah.
I think the pterodactyl and your what did you call them? Any of the bad guys. I think they should go in a haunted house.
So we were talking. I was thinking about having a Hall of Horrors building, and having the detrimental wildlife like the skeletons and the zombies and the creepers, and maybe the zeepers if we have any of those. Because on Mandalia we have a zeeper. Putting those in the Hall of Horrors, and maybe we would have a. I don't know how to do this yet because.
Perfect.
I was thinking we could have a pillager as the curator or, the guard there, but haven't figured that part out yet. I mean, I could trap him in a boat, but you can't, I don't believe you can disarm them here on Bedrock. On Java, you can, because Java sucks. No, but that's one of the actually good things that they have on Java. You can actually disarm a pillager there, and you can't really disarm them here.
You got to get a warden up there, too.
So yeah, he did that last. Amanchu did that last season, so it is possible to bring the warden up and name tag him. Getting him up is going to be interesting. I'll have to find out how Amanchu Industries did that, because I'm thinking maybe a water elevator.
You might have to hire him.
Shoot him up, yeah, because we don't have one here at Charlottetown. We don't have a deep dark, so that would involve getting him from wherever he is to here. That is going to be a big challenge. Oof. Monty said it's been done. Yep. So yeah, we're going to be leaning on some of the other folks here, some of the other businesses here in the Divergence province. I'm looking for a bed I can jump in real quick, because it'll really be. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's not using his bed anyway. He's sleeping on the floor. Human beta, Manchu says. Yeah, so it's one of those where that's a delicate operation, because when you're trying to use human bait for a warden, you have to be close enough where the warden thinks, I could just run over and kill this guy. Because if you get too far out of his range, he'll get frustrated and just decide, I'll just zap this guy. Hey, thank you for that new follow. What's going on?
We'll have to hire you, Amanchu Industries. We'll have to hire him.
Exactly. Oh, I didn't count on you still being here. Go away, skeleton. There we go. Can wardens get in mine carts? I didn't think they could. I've tried to trap them in boats before, and I think originally when they first came out they could, but I don't think they do anymore. So that's again, that's a challenge. All right, so we're gonna put the holding area right here, which is probably eventually going to be the what do you call that? The lodge, I guess. When you first come in, there'll be a big building where you go and check in and stuff, and get your permission to be on the grounds. We plan on having a security force. We're going to hire a bunch of zombie piglins because they have very pretty gold swords, and have them standing at the entrance to each exhibit. All right. Yeah, that's one of the requirements. Must have pretty swords. How's that for a requirement? All right, I'm going to take a couple of these, and then I need more sticks. And now we will have a place to temporarily house those things we have over at the other area. And of course, we can continue to use this after we get exhibits up and actually move them into the exhibits. It'll be a generic temporary housing area. So we need to have one that is a double gated area for wide aminals. And let's go back to this. I think that should be enough there. And then we had a third one. I think we had rabbits, we had foxes. So for right now, this should be good enough. And gate. Gonna need another. Okay, that one has a gate. We're going to put a light here, a light here. Actually, I'm just going to put it in there. Boom. And, I have no torches left. I know I have torches somewhere. There we go. Torches. Hello, hello. Boom, torches there. Okay. Let's put this one in here. And where are we going to put this? How about right there? Tyler has an idea of how to catch a warden. That's a good idea. Somebody shooting at me? Ouch. They are. Where are they shooting at me from? So I can get him back. Hey, dude, you don't get to attack me with impunity. That's what you get. And that's the word for today, kids. If you don't know what that means, go look it up. Impunity. Impunity. Some of our leaders think they have that, and they don't as well either. But anyway, back to this. Okay, 25. This is going to be, we're going to put, what was it? We'll put the goats are going to go over there. I think we had the rabbits in an enclosed area. Yeah, so remember, anything that we're doing, we're going to do it on, we're going to do it here in survival. And I don't know, if you've never seen me before, you probably know I am not a fan of that other thing. I know it exists, but it's like cremation or creosote or something. I don't use that thing. I know a lot of folks do, but I prefer to struggle and strain and get frustrated here in survival. Rather than trying things out in a safe environment and working out all the kinks. So, all right, we got that, and let's do this, because that should be, I don't think we need a lot of space, and then we could actually try to bring the rabbits over, boom. We'll make a slightly taller one for the goats. Manchu says powdered snow is a great idea. I think that's what Tyler was talking about. Boom, we'll drop that in. How many? 39. By the way, it looks like we've gone 1.49 miles so far on the treadmill. If you're just joining us and didn't know, welcome to Marriednminecraft's lunchtime treadmill stream. I am on a treadmill. So if you're wondering, what's wrong with that guy? Why is he so out of breath? That's why. Okay, are we completely? Yes, we're completely enclosed. Let's go on and finish this. And we can think about trying to bring the rabbits back. Yes. Okay, now this we're going to make a little bit taller. Whoa! Shoot! Kat just says she got McDonald's toys just before a creeper came and took out the front. And man, he blew up, I was going to say all of the rails, but it's not time for you yet, creeper. Well, I did get both of the gates back. That's good. You see what I got over here. One there. So 1, 2, 3. Looks like three rails were destroyed. I gotta fix that. Oh, and I got it back. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, and the crafting table was destroyed, but nope, it's still here. Oh, wait, he took some of that out. Okay, we gotta close that off. Shoot. Yeah, how do they die in snow and not lava? I don't know. To drop the warden in a cage. Okay, that's a good idea. All right, let's fix this mess that our uninvited guest made. And no, I was gonna say I don't have enough dirt to actually fill it all the way in. I don't have enough dirt to fill it in, actually. So let's get some more dirt. We're gonna be doing a lot of terraforming, I think, to get this this park up and running. All right, move this out of the way. Dirt, dirt, dirt. Okay, that should be enough right there. Boom, okay, and we had 2 gates on this one. We're gonna make it 3 blocks tall, which means I'm probably gonna have to take that side off over there. Yeah, I guess so. If they came back after I got everything built and destroyed it. It's annoying anytime they destroy something that we've been working on. Okay. These are gonna have to, because I want this pin to be 3 blocks tall, I'm gonna have a gap that looks pretty unrealistic if I don't go ahead and put a whole block down. Because things just kind of don't float in the air. Okay, now I've got 3 blocks tall. I can put on the next level of height. I'm just doing this because I don't know what I'm going to need that might be taller than 2 blocks. So might as well make it. If we don't need it, okay, we have it. But if I didn't make it, something would happen. Oh, daywalkers. Get out of here. He's probably mad because I wouldn't hire him, but we haven't got to that phase of the project yet where I need day laborers yet. So, dude, you're just gonna have to wait. Whoops, wrong spot. Shoot. Let's do it from in here, since less chance of a daywalker coming and get me. Yeah, so if we could put them in boats or into mine carts, that would be great as far as transporting them from wherever they get caught to here. But I don't think that's an option anymore, using mine carts or boats. So that's going to be interesting. And that we would have to have a skulk, and there's really nothing else that lives down in the ancient city. Maybe we could give the warden the job of working in the lodge. I don't know. He might be too grumpy to work in the lodge. He'd end up killing everybody that came in. Be kind of like having a skeleton at the front desk. Hi, we'd like 2 tickets to the... Okay. Boom. And I guess I should go ahead and do this level now.
Ella, are you done healing stuff? I gotta heal my weed.
There.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
There.
Which one did you go to, the zombie or the skeleton?
I went to the the skeleton.
Okay, I'll do zombie.
2, 3, 4. I need a few more. Can I hit that from inside here? Be better than going back outside. 2, I'll make another 12. All right, let's do this. Got that one.
Is there a map of spawn?
I'm trying to think, do we have a map of spawn level 3? I used to have one. Let's see what I got in my inventory. I have map 2, which no, that's not spawn. I had a map of spawn. It was level 3. I wonder if it's at my house in spawn or Spawnville.
Yeah, because we need one for the map board. And I didn't want it recreated if it's already been created.
Oh, what's up, dude? If you're looking for, okay, so we haven't set up the lodge yet, and when we set the lodge up, then we'll have a place where you can apply to be a worker here on the project. But we don't have that yet. What can
I
I?
have one of spawn,
Let's see.
but I'm not sure. You'd have to look
Oh.
at it for me.
You're on fire, dude. Well, we can't hire people that are on fire because they
I'll
could
come
like
down to
set
you,
our stuff
Charlotte,
on
so you
fire.
can check it out.
All right. Boom. Yeah, if we lit it up, Tyler, that would make it easier. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm just going to light it as we clear an area and we're working in that area. Since we can, you know, if we were in hardcore or if we were at our, you know, earlier stages and not wearing enchanted armor, I'd be a lot more worried. But I'm not too worried about these guys. Creepers, of course, but nerfing.
Somebody just somebody just ran through the nether.
Wasn't me. Kat said nerfing prospective employees is frowned on. I wasn't nerfing him. He caught on fire. It had nothing to do with me. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then some slabs.
Should you go to zombie or skeleton?
Zombie.
We'll make 6. I think that'll be it for the holding pins. All right. I think we can put the fox in there. We don't need a roof on there for him.
Right.
And we'll also put a couple of
Check
pins
this one
out
out.
here.
Tell me whether or not this is the spawn.
This. That is fun. Wait, it says
There's a
map
sign over
1.
here.
There's 3 of 4, so it's the right one. Hold on, let me
Temporary holding area. Yep. All right, now we're going to go into the nether and get our first animals to be brought over. We're going to have to keep some things in mind, like never put foxes in the chicken coop.
Thank you.
Got a bunch of brown eggs, though, so I guess one of the first areas we can do is the adobe and desert area. Badlands. And I would really have a good idea for the lodge. I want to use adobe bricks, some yellow and maybe yellow and brown to give it kind of a Sahara kind of look. All right. Pick this scoot up. Man, we've got lots of scoot here. That's good. We can make dog armor for all the dogs that we've got. Look at that, 2 whole stacks just from walking out and picking them up as we walk by. Okay, so what I'm gonna need is leads.
I used all my leads. Oh no, I have 5.
There's one here. Looking to see.
There's green squish slime blocks in the building block miscellaneous box.
Oh, the miscellaneous. Okay. The junk box.
No, the miscellaneous building on the building block side.
Okay, because there were 20 slime balls in the junk box. There's none of these say miscellaneous on the building block side.
It's the very last
Oh,
one, I think.
the one that says
This one's the
library?
one I'm opening. No, right here. Turn around.
Oh.
That one.
Oh, that one looks like calcite or quartz or something. So that's what that means. Gotcha. All right, so then we got to
Put a
get
wood sign say.
yeah, miscellaneous.
Spot.
We're gonna need string, which will be in the bamboo. See how many I can make there. I don't need quite 24, I don't think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, no, I was counting wrong. That was 13 leads. I was trying to make 10. So, made more than I need. String goes back in the, or excess string goes back in the bamboo. Let's drop off these birch saplings, wood, and that. What do I got in here? All right, let's clear these things out. What's left? All right, the wood I'll leave in there. Let's see, actually the bones I'll leave in there too, because I might come across a dog I want. I can leave the seeds in there. I will take this out and I'll put in that in case you come across a piggy. So we got pig, chicken, wheat for cow, and then bones for dogs. Everything else can go where it belongs, which explodey powder goes over here. Apples go in with the food, as do rotten flesh until we get the church built, which we need to get that going. We've got spruce saplings now. Those go in there. Pale oak leaves I'll drop in with the wood. Ender nuts go in here. I'm going to put resin clumps in here because I don't know where to put the resin either. Sand we'll keep. Sticks we'll put in here. The other sticks. You're not trying to apply for a job, but you DM'd it to me, so okay, good. That's cool. It's the husk trying to apply for a job. That's a good one that we can talk about the zoo, the wildlife refuge that we're building, safari refuge, I guess is what we're calling it. All right, I'm gonna leave that there. We'll put. I don't want to. What did I just put in there? Nothing. Okay. Food I need on the hot bar. Oh, what happened? Did you just hit me?
Yeah.
Why did you hit me? I'm sitting here in my inventory trying to do stuff.
It was funny.
This over to here, and gonna need. Wait, I forgot what I was gonna get. I don't really need anything other than the leads to go and get these guys back. So let's head over to see who we can bring back.
That don't look right.
What doesn't look right?
Where is that? No. Where is Spawnville to us?
Spawnville should be either. That's a good question. I don't remember which direction we went. We went towards the Manchus.
On this side.
I think that's
Spawn,
east.
And it,
Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't have my map up, so I can't tell you.
Yeah, I think we are east of Spawn. I think we're kind of northeast of Spawn, really. But I'm not quite sure. I would have
I think
to.
I lost my Ellaville map.
You lost your Ellaville map?
Oh, I think I got it. Never mind.
I think
Wait.
that's
Let's
it.
see.
Because
Oh yeah. So Spawn. If we go this way, that's east, and then this is going to hit a tunnel, and we turn this way, and that's south. So we are northwest. I'm sorry. We are northwest of Spawn.
Yeah, so let's go that way. Now, which way is Ellaville? Because I went.
Ellaville
this
is
way.
that way. Ellaville is northwest
Oh my goodness.
of Charlottetown. Yeah. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, we might probably need to put a sign right there that says Ellaville arrow that way.
Probably.
All right, so here we go. You guys get to be the first to see us bringing animals to the new wildlife refuge area using the nether, which is probably going to be the best way to bring most of the animals. Just don't know for the warden. For phantoms, we'll just catch them there on site once we figure out where we want to catch them. Put up some
right.
some cobwebs and get them to chase us into the cobwebs, and then slap a building around them while they're stuck. We can break the cobwebs, and then they'll be in the building. Be cool if you could put a lead on him, but I don't think you could put a lead on phantoms. Amanchu says they will work for brains. All right, we've been running for 50 minutes. Looks like 2.26 miles so far on the treadmill. Again, we're doing a 2.7 mile an hour pace. And here we are at the site. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to figure out the maps on a map board?
Yeah.
I think that spawn is probably going to be a map sheet below, not directly below us, but like 2 map sheets down, I guess is the way to say it. Like there's a map sheet in between us and spawn to the south, I think.
I'm looking at the map board, and it's not.
Wait, didn't you say you had a Manchu's place?
Yeah, he's like.
Bottom right of us, right?
Yeah.
So Amanchu is going to be directly east of spawn. So it should be to the left of him. I'm not sure how far, but it should be to the left of him. You know what? You guys are going to be a pain to try to get back. So I think I'm going to start with the goats.
If each one of these blocks is about 1,000, each one of these maps is about 1,000.
Uh-huh.
I would put spawn 2 maps away and 1 map down, which would make it right here, but it's not. Or 2 maps down and then here, which is also not.
This could be hazardous here.
There's 1 more.
Oops. Shoot, I did not want to do that. Just trying to open the gate. Come on, dude. This is the screamer. Whoa. Come on, buddy.
I'll just put you up here.
We're going to go in here. Come on. Okay, the door's in the way, huh? Let's take that door down. Come on. And then we'll put the door back up. Shoot. There we go. All right. Come on, man. In here. In here. Boom. There he goes. That's a good idea, but it's too late. We're already moving. How do I get out of here? Where is he? There you go. Come on, everybody. Come on, Screamer.
What are you doing?
I am bringing goats back with no gold on in the nether. Oh! Fuck! Tyler just said, breed them before you go, and I just killed Screamer.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I was getting attacked by these guys, and I'm shooting them, and he ran in front of me. And he got shot by one of my arrows. Easy come, easy go. Damn poopy piglins. Screamer's dead. Well, I got a gold helmet out of that. Maybe I should go look for another one. Another goat. Wow, Amanchu created like 328 goats trying to get a screamer, and we just stumble across one out in the wild. And then I kill it. Yeah. Yeah. F. That is it's not good. Not good at all. That was a very rare aminal, and you know that's the kind of thing you want to have in a there's more amber there. That's the kind of thing you want to have in a wildlife refugee is rare animals. Come on here, buddy. Oof.
Oh, all right, it's 1 o'clock. I gotta get off. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yep, I'm going to have to get ready to go too. We're almost
Bye.
at
I'm almost ready to get
our
off,
goal.
too.
Yeah, one horn screamer is so rare, and we just killed him. So I was trying to get him back first.
There's no we in that.
Right. You did that all by yourself. You didn't even ask for help. You had 2 people here.
Well, I said I'm going to go get the animals. You guys wanted to help. You'd have came, but I didn't. You're right. I didn't ask you to come help. But you can always volunteer. All right, we got this one. We got. Maybe we should put them in the pen. And see, these are just regular goats, though. And that wasn't hard finding him. Now, what do you guys see? That's a good idea, Tyler, but again, we're going to be getting stuff from all over the place, and at 1 hour a day at lunchtime, trying to spawn proof all of our tunnels, it's going to take a long time. I think I would rather, just like Bad Rabbit and them said, have an armed escort go with us to try to take care of any of that stuff. And what do these guys eat? Do they eat wheat? I think they eat wheat. One for you and one for you. Go ahead, do your thing, guys. And you know, it actually is easier to take a baby. So maybe we'll take the baby. All right, no, wait a minute. I want you to be tied up. So let's put you on this. Move. Oh, I don't have him on there. Boom. Okay, so now we're gonna get you. Yeah, if we get any more very rare mobs, that's probably the way to go. Or just have like 3 armed escorts going in front of us at all times. Do that during, when we have folks on the realm. Come on, baby goat. Where'd you go? Okay, he's in the nether. Now I gotta go in and catch him. I have a gold hat on, so it shouldn't be an issue now. Hello, hello. I can't get out there. Come here, you. Boom. All right. And look at this. Yeah, I think with the armed escort, though, I could go back like this and let them go up and handle a lot of stuff in the tunnel, which you can't really do when you're by yourself. What I can do when I'm by myself, though, is I can do this. Boom. Okay, you stay here. Boom. All right, let's go back and get him off the pole. Come on, everybody. Yeah, I've got one more, and if I have to protect again, that's what I'll do, is I'll slap it behind me in between him and where we're going. All right. As long as he's behind me, we're good. So when he tries to get in front of me, like the screaming goat did, that's when bad things are going to happen. So we got to make sure that doesn't happen. All right. So we're going to have a goat in the desert. And then we're going to have to get ready to go. While I'm making this trip, I'll tell you guys, if you haven't dropped us a follow, wait, do I still have him with me? There we go. If you haven't dropped us a follow on whatever channel you're watching us on right now, go ahead and take this opportunity to drop us a follow. We stream every day at lunch, Monday through Friday, and then, when we can. And then Tuesday nights for TNT Tuesday and Friday nights for Date Night Fridays. So we'll be on again this evening, hopefully, if everything works out. And sometimes we stream unscheduled, like yesterday's 5 o'clock pre-Amanchu stream. That was an unscheduled stream. We jumped on Actually, it's about 5:30. We jumped on for about 30 minutes and tried to get the achievement for killing the 20 ghasts, which we were able to do later that night, not during the broadcast. But then we broke and went and checked out Amanchu, which is a great segue into the next comment, which is if you haven't checked out the other, I didn't think about this. Our portal is below ground. We're gonna have to make an above ground portal. Oof. But if you haven't checked out the other content creators in the Divergence SMP, you need to do that. And where did he go? Where's the baby goat? Where'd the baby goat go? He's not in here with the sheep. I heard him. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, goat? Goat. Goat. Where'd you go, baby goat? Oh, there he is. Boom. Okay, tell you what. I'm going to tie you right here so you don't go anywhere. And then we're going to have to figure out a good spot to put the portal now. A portal over in the actual area is going to probably best be served inside the lodge, and it'll be up against the wall where we can have doors straight to the outside inside the lodge, and on the other side it would be inside to the lodge. So we've got our first animal back here. It's actually our second attempt, because the first attempt, he died. Rest in peace, Screamer. Dude, what are you trying to tell me? You're trying to tell me you got, you're buying buckets of water for 2 emeralds? Or buckets of milk for 2 emeralds? Well, hey, that's pretty cool, dude. I'm glad that you actually are becoming a little bit more useful. Awesome.
We'll see you later.
All right there, Holy Mist. And for everybody else, if you haven't checked out the other content creators here on the Divergence SMP, their descriptions are down in the links of this video and on YouTube. And over on Twitch, you can catch those guys in the section that talks about other streamers that we work with. So for now, I want you guys to be safe. We'll be back this evening for date night, and we'll catch you guys later on Married in Minecraft. See you guys.